bank accounts, and your Social Security, including but not limited to retirement, disability, SSDI, survivors, spousal, SSI, and VA benefits, especially with all of the economic turmoil going on right now, as well as economic uncertainty and global uncertainty that is out there. This is becoming a major concern for a lot of low-income and fixed-income beneficiaries. As I've seen some of your comments down below, and I've seen this in the headlines as well, we need to understand what is going on and how all of this may impact our monthly benefits and all the money that we are receiving. Now, here's the thing. You know this as well as I do because we're all living it, as well as we've seen all the reports, and you've heard me talk about this before. The bulk of low-income and fixed-income beneficiaries that receive benefits from Social Security rely on their monthly benefit for the majority of their income, or maybe even all of their monthly income. And I know that's the case for some of you here in the community as well. I've communicated with some of you, and we've had this conversation. We know this, right? I see the struggle down below in the comment section literally every single day. So that's kind of what I want to talk about here and alleviate with some of the issues that are going on right now. So do we all probably agree that maybe it's a little bit concerning to see what is happening right now, not only here in our country, the United States economy, but the global economy and the global situation that is currently playing out? I think a lot of us are maybe like a tad concerned, right? What does all this mean for us? How is this going to impact our money, our benefits? Now, I want to elaborate really quickly, okay? I've seen some of this popping up out there as well. I haven't exactly made dedicated videos about this because there's really no point to, but there's some issues out there where people are saying, oh, your benefits are going to be ending. No, they're not. Your benefits are not ending. So please do not worry about that whatsoever, okay? So I don't care what kind of benefit you're getting. They're not ending, okay? So if you've been seeing that, don't worry about that. A quick little side note I wanted to throw out here in this quick video and just kind of, establish that concern and just let you know that you're good, okay? Your benefits are not going anywhere. But when it comes down to the distribution of your money into wherever you receive it, whether it's onto a direct express card, into a bank account, checking account, savings account, however you typically receive your payments, this is one of the other concerns that's out there because I've had some people reaching out saying, the whole economy, it's not doing great. There's these bank failures. There's different things that are going on economically. Is my money safe? Okay, well, that's, in general, I want to say this much. Probably, but there's like a million different banks out there, right? There's like a million different options for banking out there. So again, I can't just give this blanket statement and be like, yeah, your money's good. I don't know that for sure. I mean, I don't know where everybody keeps all their money, the deposits that you're getting, things like that, okay? But I do want to throw this out there really quickly because this is one of the major concerns, and something I've also been seeing as well is that we could be seeing some major bank failures, like a lot of bank failures, like what we saw, 16-ish years ago during the Great Financial Crisis. We saw tons of bank failures during that time. And what happened then? We, the taxpayer, we got to bail them out. Yes. Do you remember those days? Yeah, that was certainly very fun, right? They just plowed billions of dollars of our money, taxpayer dollars, right into the coffers of the banks and bailed them out. Yeah, that was super cool, right? Just kidding. I'm being sarcastic. But anyway, so here's what happened, or here's what's going on right now that I want to share with you, okay? So in the event of any type of situation where you're banking somewhere and your bank goes belly up, one day you decide, hey, I'm going to look at my bank account, or I'm going to run to the bank, or whatever happens to be, and grab $20, $50, $100 in cash, or whatever it is. I don't know, I'm just giving you an example here, okay? But you decide, my bank is closed. My bank has failed overnight. Now what happens to my money? Okay, now this is a major situation, and we've seen this over the last handful of years here where we've seen some major bank failures, right? And according to what we're reading and everything that's going on right now, we could be seeing major bank failures happening again. Who knows? We'll have to see. Only time will really tell what really happens here. But if we see a bunch of bank failures, first off, yeah, it'd certainly be annoying, but your bank is most likely insured with FDIC, right? So they have this insurance, and basically what it does is it protects the depositors up to $250,000 worth of deposits, okay? So, I mean, if you're sitting on $250,000 or more, well, if you're sitting on $250,000 or less in cash in one of your accounts, you're good, provided your bank is FDIC insured. But if you have more than that, well, then you're sitting pretty good, first off. It's a lot of money to be sitting around, but any money above that threshold technically is no longer insured by FDIC, okay? That's what they do, is they insure up to $250,000, okay? So $250,000. But there may be some other safeguards in place, but just like we saw with Silicon Valley Bank, what was that, a year and a half ago or so, something like that, almost 2 years ago now, when we saw that happen, People had millions of dollars in deposits, and guess what? They all got bailed out, okay? Even though the insurance only went up to $250,000 or $250,000, okay? $250,000. So, long story short here is that if you have a bank account, which we probably all, to some degree, have a bank account or something, right? I mean, a lot of people that don't have bank accounts have Direct Express, and that's totally fine. That's a whole other thing in of itself, but that's also a bank that holds that money as well, right? But anyway, if your bank were to go through and sustain a failure of some kind, okay, would your money be safe? I'm going to say this much. If you're FDIC insured, as in your bank, not you in particular, but your bank, you're probably good, okay? It might take a little while to get that payout, whatever whatever they would have in your bank account, they'd have to pay back to you, stuff like that. You're probably fine, okay? That's what that whole insurance is for. But if the bank is not insured, first off, my big question would be is, where are you banking and why are you banking there if they're not even FDIC insured or they have some kind of insurance of some kind? Why would you be trusting them with your money? I don't know, okay? I think that most banks out there probably have this type of insurance. But again, I'm sure there's some that don't. But I'm simply saying it's just an insurance policy to make sure the depositors are protected in the event of a failure or, something like that along those lines, right? Okay, so when it comes down to that, that's what it comes down to. So your fixed income benefit, first off, Social Security is not bankrupt. Social Security is not going anywhere. Social Security is not going to fail. Your benefits will continue to come unless something happens with you and your personal situation. But I'm simply saying, in general terms, yes, fixed income benefits will continue to flow. There's no reason that they would stop anytime soon. There's no time frame on Social Security ending anytime, right? It's been around for nearly 90 years. This program's not going anywhere for a very long time, if ever, right? But anyway, we can talk about that in a separate video. But when it comes down to your money being deposited into bank accounts, again, if your bank fails, obviously that's going to be a huge headache. That's not going to be a fun situation. It could happen to any of us, right? I'm sure some of us bank at the same place. I'm sure of that, right? With how many people here in the community that watch the videos, and there's, only so many banks around the country. I mean, there's a lot, but I guarantee you a lot of us probably bank at the same places, right? So if it happens, it'd be a frustrating situation. It'd be annoying, but at the end of the day, for the most part, you'll probably get paid out, at least through the insurance that they have, on depositors. Does that kind of make sense? Does that give you a little bit of kind of peace of mind knowing that whatever happens, good or bad, whatever happens, and most likely nothing will happen to the vast majority of banks out there. I'm just saying, probably most won't, but there probably will be some consolidation between some of the smaller regional banks that maybe do fail and get scooped up by the bigger banks. That's fine. It's going to happen. It's always going to happen, right? But anyway, so does that kind of help out a little bit? So no matter what goes on with the economy, no matter what goes on with all of this uncertainty, the global uncertainty, the domestic uncertainty, whatever happens to be like that, you're pretty much good. Does that kind of make sense? No matter what, they're going to get that money to you. Social Security is still going to continue to pay you. You're good. Okay? Does that kind of make sense? I know a lot of people have been very concerned about this, like, oh, this recession and all this, economic downturn and this big crash and burn that we're talking about, all this kinds of stuff like this. Don't really worry about it. I'm just saying that much, okay? This, if this thing plays out like a lot of people are expecting it to, it's probably going to be a good thing. I'm just going to say that, okay? I know that sounds weird to me to say. It's probably going to be a good thing. It's going to bring interest rates down significantly. It's going to bring inflation down. It'll kind of fix a lot of the problems that we've been dealing with for the last 3 years or so. So I'm just saying, probably not going to be the worst thing ever. If we do see a major recession, a major economic whacking, probably wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. I'm just saying, bring it on. Let's do this. Let's get it over with already. So anyways, that helped a little bit. So again, I know kind of a weird video, but just wanted to explain this really quickly and let you know kind of what goes on here, and hope that explains it. So anyway, please subscribe if you haven't done so. Totally free to do so. Big subscribe button right down below. Share the video with your friends, family, social media. Like the video if you want to. Check out the other videos here on the channel, the thousands in the video library, the ones I've hand selected for you down below in the description or the top of the comment section. And right now, popping up your screen as well, you'll see some videos there. Check out the videos there, and I'll see you again in just a minute in the next one. Thanks so much for joining, and have a nice day.